You're watching NBC San Diego News.
I'm Nicole Gomez. Let's get right into your top local stories. The ongoing sewage crisis at our border is getting more attention at the state and national levels. Today, state environmental leaders will meet to discuss the problem and tour one of the worst toxic hotspots in the Tijuana River Valley. The decades-old problem has damaged the environment and created health issues for countless people from the border all the way to Coronado. And yesterday, the Coastal Commission heard from more than a dozen students who say enough is enough.
Well, we wonder how the exposure to the air and sand here is affecting us. We can pull ourselves out of the toxic bog.
I feel disappointed in the fact that we've let this happen for such a long time. The status quo has become sewage. The status quo has become chemicals in our air.
The Coastal Commission didn't take any action yesterday. On social media, President Trump once again called on Mexico to do its part to fix the problem, calling it a true threat to the people of California. Well, this afternoon, a former campus aide at Mar Vista High School in Imperial Beach will have been sentenced for having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old student. 31-year-old Lisette Ortega Velez pleaded guilty to unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor in September. She was arrested in May. According to the Sheriff's Department, she was working at the school as a student support aide. Well, now to a story we first brought you as breaking news yesterday. A young girl is recovering after being stabbed several times during class at San Ysidro High School. Prompted a lockdown, and then this moment happened.
There were some cameras that caught him, and we're following those leads of where he went to right now.
Well, police abruptly stopped that news conference to run into a building after the student accused in the stabbing was found inside. Investigators haven't confirmed a motive, but some witnesses told us the subject may have been an ex-boyfriend. Students we spoke to were understandably shaken up, and they questioned security at the school.
I felt terrified. I felt scared for, the parents, for the students that, that experienced it. It was a really traumatic experience. I just wish that this school has more security. And they let us use our phones.
The Sweetwater Union High School District requires students to keep their phones off or silent and packed away. The superintendent specified that security cameras were installed a year ago, also saying they plan to review their security policies. Well, it was a tense day in Lakeside in a neighborhood there. San Diego police say a sheriff's deputy fired at a man and missed after what initially started off as a welfare check. Although the shot did miss him, the man is now in the hospital. It started around 10:30 yesterday morning at a home on Briette Place. When deputies arrived, though, the man was not home. Instead, they found him a few blocks away.
When they encountered the individual, he told deputies that he was armed with a handgun. He was directed to keep his hands visible. He did not. He reached into his waistband behind his back, prompting one of the deputies to fire a single round from his service weapon. The round missed the individual. He was then taken into custody without further incident.
Police say after a brief altercation with deputies, the 30-year-old suspect was taken into custody. San Diego police are now investigating the shooting under a county-wide agreement. Well, 3 small brush fires started in Palm City, about a mile east of National City. The 3 fires were near a riverbed. Firefighters were able to quickly get a handle on those flames. Officials said the largest of the 3 was limited to just a half acre. And while we are in the midst of fire season, this is around the time where fire crews are on high alert as we have more warm weather and not so much rain, creating a perfect condition for fires. Well, speaking of, let's get you a check of your first alert forecast. Hey, Sheena.
Hi there. As we head through the afternoon today, it's still going to be warm, but not as warm as yesterday. Temperatures will start to trend down very gradually because of our Santa Ana's diminishing. Inland valleys will be around 80 and sunny. The coast mid 70s, mountains low 70s, and that east wind will only be around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not as breezy. Deserts will be in the mid 80s, but we're still going to be dry, and we stay dry through the weekend. Tomorrow at the coast, close to the mid 70s, could see some early fog. This weekend at the coast, around 70, more clouds Saturday, but no rain with those clouds. Next week still looks to be a little bit above normal.
A local Marine veteran lost tens of thousands of dollars to an elaborate phone scam, but the community stepped up big time. We have that story coming up.
You count on the NBC7 team to kick off your day.
I'm Stephen Luke alongside Marianne Kushi.
And help prepare you for the unexpected.
So weather alert this morning.
You count on updates on the big stories in our community.
This is a story we have been covering for weeks now.
And seeing their impact on your life.
Tariffs are a major issue for San Diego.
This is going to impact me directly.
You count on solutions for the day ahead.
And we have lots to tell you about.
Because you need to make the most of your mornings. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7.
You're watching NBC San Diego News.
I'm Nicole Gomez. Welcome back. It's a case we've been following since last week. The person of interest now being investigated, tied to the human remains investigation happening in Southcrest, was in court for a different case yesterday. 74-year-old Dwight Roan is accused of murdering Bernardo Moreno. Prosecutors say in 2023, Roan shot Moreno and set him on fire on the side of a freeway. They say that stemmed from an incident 4 days before when Roan and Moreno's dogs got into a fight.
Mr. Moreno, the victim, had tried to break up the dog fight and allegedly stabbed Mr. Roan's dog using a masonry trowel of some sort, or that's what Mr. Roan believed.
Roan was already in custody when investigators began searching the home in Southcrest last week. The district attorney's office says the remains of one person were found there. Roan's extended family now telling NBC7 they want to focus on the victims, their families, and getting justice. His next court appearance in the 2023 murder case is set for April. The first of 5 affordable housing projects for San Diego Unified School District teachers is moving forward. The school board voted unanimously in favor of working with the developer who bid on the project. It would be located at the Instructional Media Center on Cardinal Lane. This is near Linda Vista. It promises 100% affordability, 1 to 3 bedroom units, and some surface lot parking. Board members say the project will be fully funded by the developer, but some who live in that neighborhood are still concerned.
We are a one-way in and a one-way out. We are built in a canyon.
The parking here is horrible, with everybody parking in front of our street. We can't even park in front of our house.
The safety of our neighborhood is in jeopardy with this plan. We already are overcrowded.
A vote for housing on the other 4 properties has been postponed until next month. Well, we have some good news about a Marine veteran from Oceanside who lost tens of thousands of dollars to an elaborate phone scam. The community stepped up big time to help him. You might remember last month we introduced you to 76-year-old Tom Eberhardt. He lost nearly $35,000 in an elaborate phone scam on his birthday. His daughter set up an online fundraiser to help him get back on his feet, and people ended up donating more than what he lost. Tom says the extra money is going to charity.
I really would like to shake their hand and give them a hug, you know, and let them know that I really appreciate everything they did. And even if it was only $1 or $2, it didn't make any difference. It was the thought behind it.
What a sweet man. Tom's daughter says they have not received an update from police on the scam investigation, but she's glad her father's story has created more awareness. We'll get you a check of your weather right after this.
NBC7 and Telemundo 20. Weather coverage you count on. You count on accuracy.
The winds are going to be increasing.
You count on these experts.
Take a look here at our future weather.
In 2 languages. You count on innovative tech.
You look at our first alert Doppler radar.
From a team you depend on.
Dry conditions to round out this week.
You count on early warnings.
Because we had pretty significant rain.
Because you know every second counts.
It just kept getting worse and worse.
This is First Alert Weather. This is coverage you count on. Only on NBC7 and Telemundo 20.
Hi there, I'm NBC7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen. For today, inland valleys will be around 80 degrees, still warm, just not as warm as yesterday. For the coast, mid-70s and sunny, so we're going to have less of our offshore wind in the mountains, not as breezy. Those Santa Anas are diminishing, so we're going to start to see a gradual cooling trend. The weekend will be a little cooler. For the coast, more clouds Saturday and will be around 70. Also Sunday, inland valleys, mid to upper 70s this weekend, but no rain with those clouds. Next week, we're still going to be a little warmer than normal to start the week, but we do stay dry. No rain anytime soon, even for the mountains and the deserts.
More coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks for watching.